Now, I know you guys saw the title of this video and you're thinking, like, what is this video going to be about? Like, what's LP going to talk about? And what I want to discuss is basically when you idolize someone, like you look up to a celebrity, you look up to someone locally or on Instagram, on YouTube Fitness, YouTube in general, anywhere. What I want you to do is I want you to imagine, can that person admit when they're wrong? Or can they admit that they were a mean person? Or can they say, I'm sorry? Can they say that they admire someone? Is it possible? Can they say thank you? Can they say I'm sorry? Can they apologize? Can they call themselves out on something? Or is it just an ever going snowball of ego all the time? I want you guys to look at people in your daily life, at school, at your job, everywhere you go, and you're going to start noticing that a lot of people they're so uptight and they're so selfie conscious and they're so caught up in what other people will think about them. They can't even say I'm sorry. They can't even say I'm sorry. Quite often a lot of people find it hard to say thank you. And like, no, I mean like not just like, oh hey, thank you. It's like, I mean truly mean it. Like, grab somebody with both hands and shake their hand and say, hey man, I want you to know I want to thank you personally. Like, this means a lot. It's a rare thing that you see people do that anymore. It's very uncommon. Or even for people to admit that they admire someone. And I want you to stop for a second, and if you're following someone or you're a fan of someone on YouTube Fitness or, any genre, sports, anything, I want you to sit and think, like, can that person admit when they're wrong? Can they stop, call themselves out, and apologize to someone that they were mean to, or let's say they cheated on someone, or whatever it is, whatever they did wrong, can they actually apologize? Or does it just turn into a big snowball of passive aggressive energy where they just take it out on everybody else? I'm noticing that if you have the ability to say, if you have the ability to admire people, if you have the ability to say you're sorry, if you have the ability to actually be thankful for things, like actually be thankful legitimately, not just saying that you're thank you and enjoying something for like its physical pleasure, but actually thanking someone, being like like thank you, like no really thank you. It's so rare that I see that. Like, last night me and baby girl go out to dinner and there's a waiter, and most people would just be like, hey, thank you, thank you, bye. Me, I'm about to leave the place. I walk up to the owner. I shake his hands. I double shake his hands and I go, hey, I want you to know something. Your place is amazing. This reminds me of something straight out of a movie. Like, this is amazing. I just went and left you a 5-star Yelp review because I like your place so much. This guy, you could see it in his eyeballs. He like, oh man, what, whoa. And then all of a sudden it turned into him thanking me and saying, wow, I'm glad I could make your experience so awesome. And I admired him. All I did was I had simply admired what he does and recognized what he does. This person lit up inside. Like, they were so excited. They were so excited about what I said. And I just feel like people can't do that for people anymore. And I want all of you guys that are watching this right now, like, the next person that you see that like you legitimately admire, you really do admire them, tell them why you admire them. Or if there's something that you've done to someone that you're just like, oh my god, I was a complete dick the other day. I can't believe it. And I'm gonna call myself out right now. I haven't apologized to my dad for this, but the other day I came into the shop and I was in a bad, bad, bad pissy mood. I was a very angry, crappy person. I had no sleep. Thanksgiving and everything went not that well with the whole baby girl surgery and everything. I was a big dickhead to my dad and for any of the guy I work with. There's me calling myself out and apologizing to them. And in fact, I'm probably going to apologize to them tomorrow, but they're going to see this video and be like, oh man. But you have to be able to apologize to people, guys. If you can't apologize, being apologetic and saying you're sorry, admiring someone, and admitting that you're wrong, they're all in the exact same category. They're all basically, you have to come out of your ego position and you have to admit something. And if you can't do that, and if you're following people that can't do that, and if you're admiring people that can't do that, I don't think that that's good. It's really not good. I mean, really, like, think about a person that can't say they're sorry, or a person that can't admit they're wrong. That is so bad. And it's just going to turn into a big, big snowball of terribleness. I want you guys to think about this. And please, guys, go tell someone you admire them today. Or if someone makes your day and does something awesome, freaking tell them. Make sure you tell them. And if there's someone that, like, there's probably a person in your life that doesn't even know that you admire something that they do. Tell people that you admire stuff they do every day. Compliment people. Make them happy. Make them feel good about themselves. All of a sudden, you're going to be finding yourself surrounded by tons of amazing people that can also do what you do, and they will see that you're admiring people, and what you do, whenever you admire someone and you compliment someone, it makes them happy. Then they're going to do the same thing to other people. It's going to turn into a big continuous chain instead of this thing where people just get tons of followers and a huge celebrity status thing on television or whatever it is, and basically they're just looked at as this almost like a god or an idol that can just do nothing wrong. And I always want people to think about, like, can Lady Gaga or Miley Cyrus or something like that, can they really sit down and, like, admit what they did wrong that day? Like, honestly, like, no, they can't. Just think about this for me, guys. I'm starting to ramble. You have a great Monday, and I will see you Wednesday for Forging Colossus 22.